continue where we left off, and we'll go from there. Left off with the מחבר. The מחבר in סימן Reish Samaches. The מחבר in סימן Reish Samaches halacha Yud Beis says that he brings the lashon of the Rambam, that we check the ger to make sure that he's not coming for any ulterior motives. And then he says, if we didn't check after him, or Bezin didn't tell him schar ha-mitzvahs va'oinshan, or the reward and the punishment of the mitzvahs, and he had a bris for a man, that is, and he went to the mikvah, also for a lady, and they went to the mikvah in front of 3 dayanim. Harvey's a ger, he is considered a ger. So we mentioned last time in the short video, which was a continuation of the 10-minute one, the video that was like 3 minutes that stopped in the middle. Sorry about that. We left off that what would come out from the מחבר is that what comes out is that that he doesn't even need to know. Would come out from the Rambam is that you don't that you don't need to know the mitzvahs. Only knowing the schar ha-mitzvahs is the reward of the mitzvahs. The terminology of the Rambam is shelo yidiu ha-mitzvahs. The terminology of the Rambam is, let's go there quickly, ger shelo bodku acharav or shelo yidiu ha-mitzvahs va'oinshan. So the מחבר adds that one word, that they didn't tell him the reward of the mitzvahs. So what comes out is that going back to what he says in halacha gimel, kol anyoni ager bein li'hidiyah ha-mitzvahs l'kablam bein hamila bein hatfila tzarich sheyu b'shloisha hachshirim lodin b'yom amiyu dafka lechatchila aber b'diavanim lo'imo lo'toval ala b'fnei shnayim then he's still a ger. So you might think that that only these mitzvahs lechatchila is fine, but in a way, maybe Kabbalah some mitzvahs not. So here he says, "Chutz mekabbalah mitzvah shema keves im eina b'yom b'shloisha l'diruf l'rama filu b'diyevet shetav l'imol b'nei b'layla ma'akev." According to the Rif and the Rambam, even b'diyevet, it is ma'akev. Yes, but you have ma'akev. So there's 2 ways of how technically you would look at the מחבר. Which is to just clarify how exactly the analytics, if that's the right word, how you analyze. How do I analyze the מחבר in this manner? How do you break it down? So what I what we try to do is you have to break down the source of the Maxhaber. So can't really see it on the screen, but right over here there's usually there's a lamed vav with a star, which that is usually sending you over here to the side of the page, which is Be'er HaGoyla. So what you do is, Shlo you do Schar HaMitzvahs, it's right over here at the side, which is Rambam Sham, which basically means the Rambam in Isory Biya Halacha Yud Zayin. Well, then he says, Sham Rabban Ger. So what you basically need to do is you take the Maxhaber, you go to the Rambam, and you read the words. It's pretty much verbatim, copy paste, except for that one word of the reward of the mitzvahs. So, and then you translate it. That if they didn't do the background check, and they didn't tell him the reward of the mitzvahs and the punishment, and then he went to the mikveh and he had a bris, so then he's a ger. So what comes out from there, being that it's only the it's the knowledge of the reward of the mitzvahs, but the mitzvahs, we said before that they are not ma'akev b'di'evet. Kabbalas ha-mitzvahs, accepting the mitzvahs, accepting the yoke of the mitzvahs, that everyone agrees that you need to know. So the question is, what do we do now? How do we look at now? There's one word that the Maxhaber writes. Is it that the Maxhaber is saying that you do need to know the mitzvahs, or lechatchila, or that you don't need to know the mitzvahs lechatchila? For sure you do need to know, but if you don't know, how does the Rambam look at that? So the Rogachover on this Rambam in Isory Biya, the Rogachover brings down the Gemara in Shabbos HaMaches as one of his proofs that ger that doesn't know the mitzvahs is this case in Shabbos, and the Torah calls him Gershon is Gayer. We call him a ger. So now, if according to the Rambam, if lahalacha, he's still a ger because Bezin didn't tell him, and it's a case of the Yevet, and he's still going to be only chayiv one carbon. What is the issue? What is the issue if the Rambam would have written Gadol? True, the Lecha Mishnah wants to say that from Tosfos the question is, if he's a Gadol, he has to know Beis and Yevamos, but Tosfos himself says that Beza didn't tell him. And who says that Yediyas HaMitzvahs is Ma'akev, Kabbalas HaMitzvahs is Mi'akev? And the terminology doesn't say Bezin like Kibbala Mitzvahs b'fnei Bezdin, then Taka you would have an issue. But it says no, but like you, Bezin didn't tell him. And comes out l'chora straight out that the Rambam uses the terminology of Tosfos, if we could say such a thing. Or the Rambam obviously is before Tosfos, but Tosfos uses he uses the same terminology that Bezin didn't tell him. So to answer this, we have to backtrack a little bit and split up the the obligation of a convert knowing the mitzvahs and not knowing the mitzvahs. So what we're going to do is we're going to go from a minor, from a katan, and then we'll go to an adult of their own halachic ramifications of knowing the mitzvahs and not knowing the mitzvahs. Mir Hashem, tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.